Here are the top stories.
Weaponry, as you probably noticed.
US-Israel versus Iran war poses risk to global economic resilience. Popular Chat and Ask AI mobile app exposes 300 million messages. And South Korean President Lee arrives in Manila for a state visit.
Good day, Philippines!
Good day, Global!
This is Princess Maribel Lozano
And Jobert Durangpara, delivering news covering global stories.
global news and global realities.
This is the Global Dance. Rising tensions between the United States, Israel, and Iran are raising concerns about the global economy. For more information, here's Fabian Larosa.
According to reports from Reuters, the widening conflict has added new risks to U.S. economic resilience. Oil prices have increased as investors fear possible disruption in the Middle East with higher routes. The region is a major source of the world's oil, and any threat to production or shipping can quickly affect oil prices. A recent analysis published by Forbes explains the continued tension between the U.S. and Iran could reshape global energy markets. Experts say that even if the United States produces large amounts of oil domestically, it is still affected by global price movements. Economic analysts note that the United States economy is more protected today compared to the past oil prices because of higher domestic production and strategic reserves. However, higher oil prices can still lead to increased fuel costs, higher transport expenses, and added pressure on inflation. Business leaders and market analysts continue to monitor the situation closely as further escalation could slow global growth, especially in countries that heavily rely on imported oils. This is Fabian Larosa giving you information with precision.
A cybersecurity issue involving a widely used artificial intelligence mobile application has raised concerns about user data protection. Here's Aidan Kinaha for the details.
The AI chatbot app called Chat Ask AI unintentionally exposed a large amount of users' information online. Security researchers found that an improperly secured cloud database connected to the app made roughly around 300 million user messages publicly accessible. The platform, which has accumulated tens of millions of downloads worldwide, stores conversation between users and its AI assistant. Cybersecurity analysts explained that the exposure occurred due to a misconfigured cloud database, which lacked the necessary authentication controls to keep the stored data private. The leaked data reportedly include chat histories, timestamps, and technical information related to the AI service used by the application. Experts warn that while the database was later secured after the issue was reported, the incident highlights the importance of strong data protection practices for rapidly growing AI platforms. Authorities and cybersecurity specialists continue to remind users to avoid sharing highly sensitive information with chat AI applications and to remain cautious about their digital privacy. This is Aidan Tinaha, your source of verified news.
Up next, South Korean President Lee arrives in Manila for state visit.
We've got more global stories coming your way. The Global Lens will be right back. Lami lagi! Yo.
Quick zap กินเถอะ รสต้มยำกุ้งรสต้มยำมันกุ้งและรสต้มโคลง
Lamig kayo!
เฮ้ย
And now we're back. South Korean President Lee Jae-myung has arrived in Manila for a two-day state visit aimed at further strengthening the relations between South Korea and the Philippines. President Lee landed at Villamor Air Base upon the invitation of Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. During the visit, the two leaders were expected to hold a bilateral meeting in Malacanang Palace to discuss key areas of cooperation. Talks will focus on enhancing economic partnerships, defense collaboration, and cultural exchanges between the two countries. Officials say both sides are also exploring possible agreements that could boost trade, security cooperation, and development initiatives. The visit highlights the long-standing diplomatic relationship between the Philippines and South Korea and reflects both nations' commitment to expanding cooperation in the region.
And now for the latest weather update. Here's Amina Dundoy for today's weather outlook.
Good day and welcome to Skyscope Daily. Here's a weather update for Davao City. Expect a dry and mostly cloudy day across the city. Thick clouds will cover the skies from morning until evening, and no rainfall is expected for today. Temperature will begin at around 25 degrees Celsius in the morning, rise to high about 32 degrees Celsius in the afternoon, and gradually cool around 26 degrees Celsius by evening. Even the cloudy skies, humidity may remain moderate to high, which could make the weather feel warmer and slightly sticky. Residents are advised to stay hydrated, wear light and breathable clothing, and bring an umbrella or cup when going outdoors, since UV ray can still pass through cloud cover. That is the latest weather outlook for today in Davao City. This is Amina Bianca Sidondoy serving your weather update on Skyscope Daily.
Looking for the latest buzz? Here's Julian for Hype Flash.
Who says exams always have to be stressful? For one section taking their path to examination, the experience felt less like pressure and more like a confident walk on the runway. Instead of answering questions on paper, students stepped into the spotlight, transforming their performance tasks into a fashion show centered on the theme Denim on Denim. The two groups stood out with their strong presence, creativity, and natural charm. However, the event was not only about style. It placed equal importance on proper posture and disciplined movement. What made the showcase even more engaging was the way each participant fully embraced their role. Some delivered bold, high-energy walks, while others impressed with calm and graceful steps. Several students clearly captured the audience's attention, showing that confidence is always the best accessory. In the end, the path to examination went beyond measuring physical skills. It challenged students to stay composed under pressure, express creativity through fashion, and confidently carry themselves from start to finish. It turns out denim can make quite a statement. This group didn't simply complete the test, they made it memorable. That's it for today. This is Julian. Remember to feel the buzz, watch the flash on Hype Flash.
And that wraps up our latest news for today.
Thank you for staying informed with the latest updates. This is Princess Maribel Lozano
And Jobert Durang-Parang, your anchors.
delivering news covering global stories.
Global news and global realities.
This is the Global Dance. Go.
Felt like less. Nabulol ko.
And mostly
Are raising concerns about the global
The incident highlights Paspas kay Brad.
That's a just
Stop
Authorities of South Korea.
authorities of cyber